All right, shalom, shalom. This is Arakar Reuben coming out of Lion's Den of Yasharala camp. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amoth. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Also to my elder as well, down here in the Lion's Den of Yasharala camp, here at one. Salutations to all the Akim around the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth of sincerity. Today I have a lesson, Lord willing, is edifying to the hopefully elect out there. And also the men, women, and children that believe in sincerity as well, man. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump straight into it. Just a little quick lesson. A few precepts I had on my watching a few videos. And first one I want to bring out is Obadiah chapter 1, starting at verse 2. It says, "Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised." And who did the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai make small among the heathen? All right, Esau, man. That's those curses being lifted up off of us, all right, gradually, and being gradually placed on Esau, man. And that's what we're witnessing now. All right, gradualism of a transition of power, you know, not even gradualism. Hey, shit, man, these prophecies coming to pass, and the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai moving quick, man. So with that being said, hey, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has made Esau small among the heathen. They are greatly despised. How is that so? All right, by revealing and lifting up the skirt of Esau, man, of Babylon, lifting up that skirt, showing their wickedness, showing all their filthiness. All right, so now everybody's realizing what seeing America for what she truly is, man. She's no longer called she's no longer called tender and delicate, man. You know. All right, why? Because they see the whore, the filthy whore, for what she is, man. Always making promises, never coming through with them. Always making treaties, but never sticking to them. You know, constantly invading, always in everybody's business, just like a whore. You know, got over 800 military bases around the four corners of the earth. That being hemispheres, man. You know, they can't stay in one place. They can't mind their business, man. You know, so the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has revealed and is still revealing, all right, their wickedness, their filthiness, all right, into the other nations, man. So that's how they have become small among the heathen, and also that's how they are becoming small amongst the heathen, all right? All right, to the point, verse 3, it says, "The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?" So come, man, hey, the pride has deceived them, man. Hey, God bless America and no place else. They feel like they can't be touched, man. They feel like they have the best military. They feel like they have the best economy. They feel like they have the best country, point blank period, you know. And once again, this is who I'm talking about, America, Babylon, man. They feel like they can't be touched. They can't be brought down. But the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, hey, shit, easier done than said, you know, when it comes to the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and also easier said than done. Because guess what? He says words shall not return unto him void. So therefore, if the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai have commanded it, it's going to come to pass. No ifs and buts about it. Why? Because he said his words shall not return unto him void, man. So with that being said, if he have said it, if he have spoken, it's going to come to pass. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai brought one like one with that. Con, man. So if he said it's going to come to pass, man. All right. It says, "The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that self in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground." So come, man, not even knowing, hey, your downfall is happening right now, man. Little do you know it. Far as economical warfare, all right. Far as proxy warfare too as well. You're being dragged right in, all right, to the deep waters and not even realizing it, man. And once you get your ass out there in the deep water, shit, you ain't gonna realize, shit, your feet ain't touching the ground. And once you realize that, that's when you go panic, man. And that's when you go sink, all right? Who shall bring me down to the ground, all right? And that's the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Hold on 1 second, Babaka Shah, drop Jeremiah chapter 50. Matter of fact, we'll start from 22. It says, Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 22, it says, "The sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction." What's that sound of battle? That sound of battle is those war drums, all right, beating up to the escalation of World War III. As scripture says, Revelation 11 and 14, behold, the second war passed, behold, the third war coming quickly, and that third war is coming quickly, all right? It's coming quicker than ever, okay? Those World War III escalations are constantly building up day in and day out, week in and week out, man. So that's the sound of battle in the land. You're constantly hearing about war talks, all right? You're constantly seeing war, all right? It says, how was the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How was Babylon become a desolation among the heathen? So come, man, how was the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken, man? That hammer of the whole earth is referring to Babylon, referring to America, man. All right? That hammer of the whole earth, they're no longer the hegemony. They're no longer a hegemony, man. Their power seat is gone. So, hey, that new power seat is up in the, well, hey, that new power seat is between Russia and China. Russia by way of military, China by way of economical, all right? So with that being, by them being an alliance, hey, shit, they're all in one, you know? Hey, America's no longer that powerhouse, man. Going back to the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, hey, verse 2, man, 3, Shalaki. The Lord, that's also part of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. That's also the Lord. That's also part of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, making them small among the heathen, man. By lifting up their skirts, showing their filthiness, and by building up these other nations, man. As it says in the book of Joel, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let the weak say, I am strong. All right, and that's what's happening. All right, the weak are saying they are strong. They're standing up against Babylon. They're standing up against this war. All right, showing that, hey, they're not afraid of America anymore, man. Like with Iran, they said they're gonna boost their uranium intake and shit. They're gonna do what they have to do, man. You know why? Because nobody's worried about America no more. Nobody's worried about Babylon. They're backed by Russia, man, as it talks about in Ezekiel 38, which is also prophecy, which is also what the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua have commanded, man. So therefore, by it being in those scriptures, by it being in this book, it's going to come to pass. And we've witnessed and still witnessing Russia brought in Iran and bringing in other countries too as well, man. All right. So come, man, as it said, hey, matter of fact, let's go back to Obadiah real quick. I don't even want to botch that one. I want to get that little quote right. Yeah, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee, man. Who shall bring thee down to the ground? And who's going to bring you down to the ground is the Lord. Once again, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. All right. And how you going to be brought down to the ground? By way of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. By way of him raising up these different armies, these different militaries. By raising up these different armies, by raising up these different militaries, man. Once again, referring back to Joel chapter 3, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, man. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua opening up the weapons of his armory, man. All right. It says, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. See, you wasn't aware. Why? Because your blessing, your gift is the sword, man. So you feel like you can't be touched in that. All right, which is my next lesson I'm going to do. Trump, Esau, talking about the golden dome, man. His pride within that, which his pride is going to be brought before a fall. Why? Because the golden dome is not going to do a damn thing. All right. So once again, their pride has deceived thee. All right. And that's how the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua laid that snare. He laid that snare by way of war, where you thought you can't be touched in war, where you thought you can't be, hey, as our people like to say, fucked with. Hey, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, you're going to be able to be all of that, man. You're going to be able to be touched, and you're going to be able to be fucked with. Old virgin daughter of Babylon. So it's your time to get touched, man. All right. So it says, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua have opened his armory, and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation, that righteous anger. For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, God of hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans, man. And the Chaldeans represent today Esau, Babylon over here, America, man. Why? Because they push out the most witchcraft, they push out the most BS, all right, brainwashing our people, and also these heathen too as well, man. So they represent the Chaldeans of today, man. So guess what? The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has opened the weapons of his armory, all right, once again, by allowing these different militaries, by allowing these different nations, all right, to be able to stand up against America, to be able to stand up against the Babylon, man. Once again, to be able to say, let the weak say I am strong. And they're saying that to America. All right. So come, man. That's the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua giving them that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to be able to create the Avangard, the Satan 1, the Satan 2, the Persevet, the Kinzal, the Dong Fang, Moab, mother of all bombs, the Poseidon. Hey, the list goes on, man. So come, man. That's the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua that has given them that knowledge and wisdom and understanding to be able to create these weapons, man. Once again, it's the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua that created the smith that blew off the coal. All right, and that smith in today's time would be referring to these ICBM smiths, if you will, man. You know, so come, man, and that's how you're gonna be brought down. That's how you're gonna be destroyed, man. All right, and that's how your pride have deceived thee. And who's going to bring you down to the ground? Once again, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua by way of these other nations. And you're going to know it's the work of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua when it's done, and it's in the process of being done, man. That it's the work of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So with that being said, Lord willing, this video was edifying. And once again, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua Bahashem Ha Rakah Kodash Ma'amath. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, also to my elder as well. Down here in the Lions Den of Yasharala camp here at 1. Salutations to all the Akim around the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth for sincerity. Hey, Shalom, man. Keep pushing. We're almost out of here. Shalom, DTA.